Yo, welcome to the KaneSaid Sports Show, and I'm your host, Kane Bradfield. And y'all know my slogan, the fame is free, but the grind costs, baby. Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of KaneSaid. And I'm your host, Kane Bradfield. Y'all know my slogan, the fame is free, but the grind costs, baby. Today, I got some special guests in the house. How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Good.
What's going on, big dog? Good, man, good. Man, let the people know who you are.
I'm Keely McGuffin, and I go to Callaway High School.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm Coach Jeff McGuffin and her dad and coach at Callaway High School.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Callaway. So listen, man. Keely, you're a soccer player. You know what I mean? Shoot, man, you spent a lot of time here in the dungeon. I seen you grind. You're a worker. I'm going to tell you something, man. When your dad reached out to me and was talking about training you, he mentioned, he said, she's a worker now, and you are. You know what I mean? So I want to salute you on that, dog. You are really a hard worker when we grinding here, man. Big dog, I'm going to tell you, though, first, man, before we get to the story. First came in, she was shy. She was shy, man. But listen, though, she might have said 2 words to me in 4 sessions. But the next few sessions, we started talking to each other, started talking about life and having a little fun, man. So I guess you got a little comfortable with me, right? I dig that. So listen, man, soccer player, where did this love of soccer come from?
Well, I watched my sister play for a while, and I would just go out in the yard and play with her a little bit, and I started loving it, so I just started playing it myself.
I dig that. So, coach, man, you know, I mean, as a dad, first I'm talking to you as a parent. I know you're a coach also, but as a parent, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, from watch your sister first, you know what I'm saying, how did you, I guess, mold, you know what I'm saying, for them to fall in love with soccer as a dad first?
Well, as dad, you know, I was a baseball player.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I tried to avoid coaching for years and years, and it's no offense to any parents out there.
Right.
I've seen a lot of parents with good intentions ruin their kid. And, you know, so I tried to avoid the coaching. So I just supported them. You know, I supported them. I didn't coach. I just went and enjoyed it and supported them. You know, Chloe, my oldest, she's about to graduate from LaGrange College, and she actually went to LaGrange College to play soccer. And, you know, she decided it wasn't for her,
right,
and all. But to get to that point, you know, I think it was just important just to go and support them and just encourage them. And, yeah, I'm that parent, not that parent, but I'm that parent that will – you know, tell them they did good.
Right.
And, hey, let's look at doing this. You know, you might could have done better, you know, here. But just supporting them through the early stages, I think is the biggest thing is, you know, not being too pushy or demanding. Just, you know, they played all the sports. You know, I wanted them to find the one they loved. They played soccer, and they never wanted to play anything else. You know, so – once they went to soccer and their love for that, it was just support them. And then I had to learn and adjust. And, you know, over time, 1 year their coach quit and kind of got, you know, snookered into coaching.
Right.
And, you know, I didn't know a ton. And I studied, I learned, I got them some help from people who did know, and I learned along the way. Give a shout out to Coach Keita Placid.
Keita, my boy Keita, baby.
He and I coached together in club. After we were actually had a few successful seasons in rec, and then you know recruited me to come into club, and I learned a ton from Coach Keita. I love that man.
Man, Keita's the man,
and he's trained Keely for years and years as well.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot through training, through coaching with him, you know, and so a lot of what the technical skills and everything I learned from Coach Keita. And then, you know, I've I've always been kind of smart with in game, and that's just something from studying and studying, and so that's where I came from coaching. But back to your original point, that love that they have for it, I think, come from an early age of just support and encouragement as dad, and don't get to be that very often now, because I try to remove myself from that.
Right. But at the same time, man,
you're still proud,
right?
That's your kid,
right. End of the day, you got to smile about that thing. So you know what I mean. So you said you watching your sister play, right? Hey man, do you ever get competitive? Like with your sister? Tell me about it. Give me those stories, dog.
So actually we tried out for a club team together.
Okay.
When I was 13.
Okay.
I tried out for the U18 team for Titans.
U18 at 13?
Yes.
Okay.
So I tried out for that team. We were both trying out together.
Yeah.
And so we were on different teams.
Yeah.
And so we had to go against each other. And so I hit her and she fell on the ground, and so she kind of got mad at me. So we competed a little bit.
Right. So look. Cole, let me ask you this, man. When you now look, man, did you witness that?
Oh yeah, they compete.
Give me that, man. Hey, first give me as a parent to see both of your kids. I'm gonna tell you, man, people can say what they want to say. When you have kids that are able to play together, man, that's special, man. Man, how did that feel, though?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome to watch them because Chloe's a really good soccer player, and then Keely wanting to be Chloe's level at that time, and she wasn't there, but she wasn't backing down.
Backing down.
She was going to get there, and she was going to leave her mark.
Shaking her head
she was going to leave her mark. And I think anybody and everybody who's ever played against Keely knows she's going to leave her mark.
Right.
I mean, she's a physical player. She don't mind mixing it up. I mean, she played in her first college game the other night.
I saw that. I want to talk about that. We definitely want to talk about that.
But the first thing,
we're going to talk about that one, baby.
But as far as the physical part of it, the first thing she did, I think every girl on that team they played against was 6 foot or taller. First thing she did was go in and blow one of them up.
Really? So listen though. So how'd you get so physical? I promise you though. So you know what I mean. So I'm gonna be honest, man. So when you was about to train here, I was asking people. I always ask anytime I train somebody, I get some I guess not referral, but maybe some feedback. And everybody said that. Everybody said you were physical. Where did that come from, man?
Well, I played on teams with boys
to
begin with because they didn't have age groups with just girls.
Yeah.
So I played with guys a lot. So I just got used to the physical play of guys. So then I just adjusted to that and brought it with me. Into playing with girls.
So by you being so physical, man, the girls were like, God, why are you so physical? Really?
Yeah.
What do you say back to them? You don't say nothing to this.
I'm just I can't help it.
Right. I love it, man.
I think it's I hear a lot of times, over the years come on, Keely, it's just practice, but part of that is to get better herself, to get better yourself, you got to go hard. But to get your teammates better, and it's not saying that, I'm up here and you're down here, but to help the team as a whole, you got to bring it every day.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you got to compete every day. And if you can't compete every day, you're never going to reach your peak. Your pinnacle. I mean, you're always gonna be just a little bit behind. It's easy to say, it's practice and it's game day. So game day, we're going to turn it on. Well, if we work hard in practice,
yes, sir,
game day is easy.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
I've always been told that you practice how you play.
And that's true. That's true, man. That's true, man, because your practice always going to show the game. You're going to show in the game. So that's good stuff, though. So listen, man, I want to talk about leadership, right? What's your role on your team as a leader?
The role of my team as a leader is just to help uplift and encourage the younger girls and the less experienced and even the older girls that are the same age as me. I mean, it's just to encourage and uplift because you never know what people are going through, and soccer could be their escape too. So I just try to uplift them and help them reach where they want to be too.
Right. So but man, with soccer though, man, you got to be in some insane shape. You know what I'm saying? My son played soccer when he was young, and I got a 6-year-old now that plays now. That loves soccer. A lot of running involved. How do you do it, man?
Well, I mean, people say it's a lot of running, but I mean, if you let the ball do the work, it's really not a lot of running. So like
School me on that. Talk to me now. School me on that.
Okay, so if you're chasing a ball, then you're gonna get tired a lot. But if you're letting the ball do the work, then you don't really have to run a ton. So like if you're just making the simple passes or the simple movements off the ball, you're not running a lot.
Yeah.
You're just kind of moving a couple
Positioning
feet,
type
a couple
stuff.
yards.
I'm with you now. That makes sense, though. I probably I'd be like, oh, my gosh.
It is a lot of running. I mean, there is a lot of running, but the amount of running you do depends on how you want to play the game and how you develop as your team, how your teammates are developed around you. As your teammates get better, there's less work for you to have to do because now you let the ball work and you make easy moves instead of having to do like, as a younger kid, we'll just use Keely for instance here. At a younger age, like rec ball or something like that, she would be one of the best one on her team. She had to do it all. So, she had to go back and try to win balls and defend and then also try to go forward and score. So naturally, now as your team develops over the years and your game develops, you learn more of relying on teammates. And teammates do their job, makes your job a lot easier.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So I'm gonna talk about teammates, for example. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, when you was younger, right? So name some of your teammates, man, who you looked up to.
When I was younger, you mean like?
Like 9th grade, 10th grade. I mean, what are some older, like 11th, 12th graders at the time that you, if it was someone, I don't know if it was.
When I was in 8th grade, it was really my sister because my sister was a senior at that point. So I really looked up to her and I wanted to, fill her shoes.
Yeah.
So I really looked up to her in 8th grade. And once I got into high school, I would say it was more of Ashley Bowden.
Familiar. Okay.
Yes. And Alyssa Niner. I would say I looked up to them a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So, okay, man, I want to talk about this, the college experience. First of all, how did it happen, man? How did it come about?
Well, I mean, Coach Douglas, had been wanting, he'd been watching her for a while.
Okay.
I mean, she's had several offers. That some of them really good offers, but Coach Douglas's offer is just hard to beat.
Right.
I mean, and as I'll let her talk more about her relationship with Coach Douglas and how that happened, but it's dad feedback here, not coach.
Right.
It's dad feedback. I look at some of the other offers and, some of the schools are out of state and you go, man, that out of state tuition though, even though that still leaves me paying a lot of money, and that's a hard thing to do when you can go play the game you love, and not pay much of anything, So, and to be honest,
it's a balancing act,
it is a balancing act, but it's also, you got to look at, even if it were you as dad to have to pay a little more money for them to be comfortable where they are. But I think she's totally comfortable, and I'll let you talk on that now about her decision and why she chose there,
Tell me why. Give it to me.
I chose Point because just when I met Coach Douglas, he was just nice, and he was really caring about how I felt as a player and a person and how I wanted to grow.
Yeah.
And he saw my potential from the first time he watched me play to now. And so he's just been really supportive and nice and caring. As far as the school goes, the school is it's a really small, family feel. Yeah. And so I'm used to that, at Callaway, because, we're all a family at Callaway.
Most definitely.
So the small atmosphere really kind of helps me because I'm used to, one big
like I said, that family feel.
And it's also close to home. It's just a block from my mom's house.
Oh, man, yeah.
And then it's a 30-minute drive.
Oh, man, yeah. So, okay, So okay. So then when you think about playing collegiate, you know, how did it make you feel? I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody don't get the opportunity to do it. Like, you know, how did that make you feel that knowing that you got the opportunity to do that?
It feels really good. It feels great.
Yeah.
Just knowing that, you know, I'm good enough to go play at that level, and people see that, and yeah, it's just really great.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. So, all right, let me talk to coach for a second, okay? Let me talk to coach for a second. Man, so as a parent, for one, right? And now, you know what I'm saying, you know, you the coach, man. How do you separate the two, man?
Well, I mean, it is a tightrope, and it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's nothing. I think the word I would use is, it is the greatest blessing in the world to coach a kid.
Yeah.
It's also like the hardest thing you'll ever do if you're a fair coach. You know, I want everybody to be. My kids will always tell you, I don't care that they're my kid.
Right.
If somebody's more deserving of playing time or more deserving to do it, they're going to play because they're going to help us win. Yeah. So, you know, that part of it it's still hard because you love your kid. I mean, you absolutely going to love your kid, you know, but I probably treat her a lot worse than anybody on the team. And as I did my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
And people may not notice, you know, and, you know, I'm glad you asked that question because it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rewarding, but it's probably the most stressful, rewarding job that I think I've ever had in my life.
Most definitely.
Because there's you know, I try to not, absolutely not make a difference at all. If anything, like I said, treat her a little worse. That's not fair to her, you know, but, you know, I want it to be where everybody knows who plays for us, or our parents watching or whatever knows that whatever one of my kids have gotten, they have earned through hard work. I mean, I don't think nobody, I don't think, has put in the work she does. I mean, from club to private lessons with Coach Keely to private lessons with Coach Ryan Pugh to training with you to get faster and stronger and you know, going to Toka and Marietta and training at Toka. You know, I mean, we were on the road all the time.
Just putting in work.
Just putting in work for her to train. So she's earned everything she gets. It's not, you know, dad, the coach giving.
I like that.
You know, it's more of, you know, go earn it. She'll tell you there's been times with Coach Shauna in the past, you know, we'd have a lead in the game and we'd tell her to go play defense. And one time she was like, but I don't know what you want me to do. And so I said, well, then come sit on the bench, you know, because somebody else can go do it.
Somebody that's going to do it, right?
You know, I mean, you know, so it's rewarding. It's also stressful because I want the team to do well. And I want to watch all the girls grow and get better. And, you know, it is the hardest thing on how, I mean, I could try to explain it, but I think the easiest way to say it is I love all my kids. Yeah. So when you say, when you look at it and say, what's it like coaching your kid? I got like 24 kids right now. You know, I mean, she's one of them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she's one of my 24. You know, I mean, and so I love them all. I think I want to give a shout out to Callaway High for actually giving me this job and giving me this opportunity because it is the greatest thing, I think, is to always be known as coach. You see your kid out in public and say, hey, coach.
Hey, coach,
You know, I think that's the biggest reward out of all of it. Yeah. It's not the wins and losses. It's the seeing them grow to be successful as a person as much as being successful in the field. Now, we want to win. Right. And I'm competitive, and I never let them win a card game. You know, I mean, you're going to have to earn it. I mean,
you got to earn that win, baby. Y'all play Uno?
Yeah, we were more spades.
Spades,
You know?
Uno, baby. Draw the 4. We can do that. But let me ask you something, though. You know what I mean? So I want to talk about preparation. I just hear your dad talk about the private lessons, you know what I'm saying, driving to Marietta for that, you know, training with me, you know what I'm saying? It takes that to go where you're going, right? I mean, and I always say this, that your reward comes from what you put in. And that's a lot you put in, right? So, you know what I mean, for a minute, talk about the dedication on your part, because you, at the end of the day, you had to want to do it. Even though Dad took you there, you still had to want to do it. So give me your I don't know, I guess go in depth with, you know, with your dedication to that type stuff.
Well, the game of soccer, it really just takes a lot of dedication and a lot of want to.
Yeah.
So, for me, it was just like I had to do it. Like if I wanted to get better, I had to do it. Mm-hmm. So like you said, going from Marietta to back home and working with Keita and Ryan and even just by myself going out to the soccer field, working on some things. I mean, it takes a lot.
Yeah.
And so just having all those people to like help me and support me and working with you and having you work so hard and like so dedicated with me. Yeah. It also helped me to be like, okay, they believe in me, so I gotta do this.
Gotta do it. Right.
So like I have to do it.
Yo, I'm freezing down. Man, you remember the first time, you probably remember, the first time you came to me with Jazzy Week. You remember that? Your first
She
session.
ain't gonna forget that.
You gonna get it right now. Your first session with Jazzy Week. I remember telling you, I said, listen, if you can get past Jazzy, you can train with me any day. Your first session, dog. You remember that, though? That was tough, though.
Yeah, that was in and out the building a few times.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I was about to call Earl a little bit, man, but you fought through it, though. You finished that thing, though, right? So, all right. So let's talk about balance for a second, okay? You know what I'm saying? You've been an athlete. You spend, like, countless hours training and getting better. Man, how do you have time for your personal life? How do you balance that?
What personal
I'm about to say, what personal life,
I mean, I used to have, like, 3 or 4 friends, and now I have one, and it's my boyfriend. So,
right.
But when I did have friends, they'd always ask me to hang out and stuff. They'd be like, "Hey, are you coming to my birthday party?" I'd be like, I kind of got a soccer game that day, so I can't.
Right.
Or I got lessons. I can't go. But I mean, it's tough to balance that. Yeah. And whenever I want to get a job, I have to be like, okay, so I got soccer this day, and I can't work that day.
Well, go ahead and tell him what your senior slogan is, or say it, quote is.
My senior quote is, "Sorry, I can't. I have soccer."
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So that's basically, that sums up my life.
Yes, that's loving that soccer, right? But again, it goes back to what I tell people. You know what I'm saying? If you got a goal, sometimes you got to sacrifice other stuff to get that. You know what I mean? Because I promise you, man, you're going to have time for that. You know what I'm saying? But right now, just stay locked in, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? And I'm loving it. All right. So where are we at right now with the season, Coach? Give it to me. Talk to Coach right now.
Well, baby. I'm gonna tell you right now, we are a record-breaking season.
Y'all are balling right now, man.
I couldn't be more proud of this group of girls. I think, you know, this group is closer than any group I think we've ever had, and I think that shows in the results. I mean, I think everybody truly cares for one another. Everybody truly wants to win for one another. I mean, we're 15-2 right now.
That's crazy.
You know, I say today we were actually supposed to play the game that got rained out. It was rescheduled, so it was a region game. It wasn't going to affect our part in the standings either way, and the other team just chose to forfeit. So that put us at 15-2. The last game broke the record to put us at 14-2, and man, what a way to win that game! I don't know if you saw the video on Facebook.
Give me more.
It was 0-0 with 28 seconds left, and we had a corner. We run one of our set pieces from Keely to Kate, and Kate took a shot. And now the preferred way to score is to score off of the shot off of the corner, but we have people in position in case it goes, it doesn't go as planned. So the shot was just a tad off, and Laura Vestavon, who's just got Athlete of the Week for LaGrange Daily News for last week's performance.
Yeah.
Was right there and just chested it into the goal with 28 seconds to go. So we won 1-0 with 28 seconds to go, and it was. I'll have to show you this.
Man, you
video.
gotta show me that thing.
It is.
Man.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
I missed that thing.
The boys, her boyfriend recorded it like standing right there at the goal.
No way.
It is sick, man. It is crazy.
Priceless moment type stuff, right?
The reaction of the boys team, I think, made it just
Yeah.
unreal. But here's the crazy thing: the boys are having just as great a
Well, I'm about to say the boys are balling too, though.
yeah, and they won their game that night with 48 seconds to go. They were 1-1, and they scored with 48 seconds to go to win 2-1. You know, so that night was a pretty epic night. That tied the wins record for them, and it broke the wins record for us. But we're having a magical season. I mean, you know, we got a game. We were supposed to play against Chattahoochee County tomorrow. Chattahoochee County had to back out. So we was trying to find another game so we didn't lose another game.
Right.
And it worked out that Troop's game today got canceled. So now we talked to Troop, and we're going to play Troop Thursday at home. And then senior night for our 4 seniors is Friday night at home. You know, and we have a chance to really, with the season we've had, they could actually set a wins mark. Wow. It's going to take a pretty special team to ever break that record. Wow. Now, we're not satisfied with that. We got the playoffs next Thursday. It's the first round of state playoffs. We want to get that win and then go deep. Right. And we want to hang a banner up in that gym over there, you know, for the girls' soccer team. That's the ultimate goal. But I couldn't be more proud. If it ended today, I'd love this team forever. It's been a fun ride. You know, this team's been pretty special.
So come on, give me your feedback on that. Just how the year is going.
Yeah, I feel like the year is going great. Like,
right.
I mean, it's been a little shaky the past 3 years.
Okay.
But this year, it's like everybody gets along. There's great chemistry. Nobody really dislikes anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody talks to each other. Everybody helps each other out. Everybody talks to, like, uplifts everybody. So, I mean, it's been a really good season. And like he said, the good chemistry helps a lot on the field. And just paying attention to how everybody plays and how everybody moves and works as a unit.
So let me ask you, though, I mean, what was the light switch that came on? Like, you know what I mean? What made this year, or was making this year different, though? I mean, what happened? Did y'all sit down and, you know what I mean, have a kumbaya? Like, what happened?
I really honestly think that what Coach Shauna left with us gave Coach Petit something to really build on. And Coach Petit's really passionate about soccer, just like all of us are.
Yeah.
So it really just helped us out to have such a great coach and such a great assistant coach. So it really just, and Coach Petit and my dad work great together. So, like, everything just clicks and everything just goes together. And the girls have really, like, clicked to Coach Petit. Because they see that all he wants to do is help us win.
Wow.
So that's really helped us as having Coach Petit.
I'm going to touch on that. Coach Petit has been amazing.
Man, shout out to him, man.
I mean, Coach Petit has come in. You know, I've been there. This is my 6th year coaching at Callaway High, and the previous 5 have been with Coach Shauna Harris. You know, we had a good relationship, you know, and so when we had the coaching change, and you know, I was like, you know, I don't know, and then Coach Petit decided he and I would do it, and you know, I was excited to do it with him, and I think the biggest thing is we have a good relationship, and everything, just like she said, just kind of clicks with us. But at the same time, the girls had an unknown relationship, and Petit is pretty high strung and pretty demanding, a lot more demanding than in the past. You know, like demanding of effort and energy and body language, and you know, you ain't always got to do it the right way, but we're gonna do it fast.
It's gonna go hard,
you know?
baby. Yeah.
what we say all the time, and Coach Petit stresses is we want to play
Hard, fast, and physical.
There we go. And so, the harder we play, the faster we play, the more physical we play, it's better. But that being said, the girls were unsure, and nobody's job was safe because we got a new coach coming in.
Right.
Just because you played here last year doesn't mean you're playing there this year, And so being unsure, I think, lit a fire under the girls that they work harder in practice because that's where you got to work hard if you want to see that field. You want to be between the lines, you got to work hard out here.
Yeah.
And so I think, that's no offense to Coach Shauna and myself in the past. It's just raised the bar. Just raised the bar to where we expect more and we demand more. And Coach Petit has been really huge in that. And, as I say, I learned from Coach Keita and other coaches. I've learned a lot with Coach Petit as well. So I'm thankful again. It's been awesome. I mean, and I'm, I don't want it to end. I want to keep going. I'm tired. I mean, I know the girls are tired. We work hard. I mean, I think that's the thing with Petit and I'll be texting at 11:15, 11:30 some nights, just talking soccer where something come to our mind.
Yeah.
So it's not like we go home and it's over.
Yeah.
We're constantly thinking about something we could do better, something that'll help the team. And so you get tired. And I know they're tired because we demand and we ask a lot of them. And, we go hard. We go hard in practice and games. And so, we're coming back from spring break with a week off. We're ready to get that first game under our belt so we can get back at it, and get that intensity going again. But,
so on spring break, did you relax or did you?
Spring break, I was at the soccer field. I was either out there training because I give lessons to people now.
Okay.
So I give lessons to 2 little girls right now, and I also give lessons to one of the middle school girls.
Okay.
And her little sister.
Look at
which their big sister plays on my team.
Yeah.
So I give lessons to them. And then, I just go out there for myself sometimes. Just work on some stuff.
Bit, right? I dig that, man. I dig. Listen, y'all. Listen, man. So at the end of every show, y'all, I always, get the guests to leave the viewer and the listeners something positive, right? So on both of you, take a moment and just say something positive to the people.
Well, before we go,
go
I go to that, I'm going to give a shout out to you. I think we talked about it before the show came on. When I approached you about training Keely, a while back, we wanted to build her lower strength a little bit and possibly get her faster and quicker. She's always been fast in the long run.
Yes, sir.
But a shout out to you and Clark for performance training for the whole, like, she's much quicker now.
Man, I appreciate it.
Which makes her top end speed faster because she gets off quicker.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I just want to give a shout out to you for
that. I appreciate
that.
Man. I enjoy every minute of it. Yo.
You've been great to us, and I want to repay that.
Man, I appreciate that. But she's a grinder, though, man. She made my job easy. Man.
She is a grinder. That. I mean, that's one thing.
That.
Coach Shauna used to always say, for all the crap we give Keely, she's the ultimate teammate, and works hard, know. So now, we'll get back to the point.
I appreciate love, though. I appreciate that. Yes. What you got for me, Keely? What you got for me?
I just want to say, don't give up. Keep pushing. I mean, the sky's the limit if you want it bad enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on that. I mean, if you want it, go work hard and earn it because nothing in this world is given to you.
No, sir.
But anything in this world is attainable if you go work hard and go chase your dreams.
Yes, sir.
Set your dreams and go chase them. She wants to get paid to play one day,
Yes, sir.
and that's, like I tell her all the time, any of that's possible because every girl on that team at one point in time had that same innocent dream.
Yes.
And you put the work in, anything is possible.
Yes,
so as your slogan is, the fame is free.
But the grind costs, baby.
But the grind costs.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it takes to do it. So on the positive side, I could not be more proud of the things she's accomplished as dad or as coach. I mean, I have to respect, she makes our team better, as a coach. But I know what she's worked and how hard she's worked to do it. So I'm proud of her.
Right.
But that's also attainable by anybody out there listening. You've got to put the work in, and anything is possible.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Listen, man, again, I appreciate y'all coming in here, showing some love to KaneSaid, man.
Yes,
I appreciate
sir.
y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Yo, listen, man, y'all know what it is, baby. Zip 'em up.